this is Heidi from Garden Crossings, and this is a new planting that we just did in the last month or so. These annuals have been in here for probably only about 2 weeks or so, and they're filling out really nicely. What we have here in this garden, it's going to be a perennial garden eventually, but for this year we have the annuals in just to give it a splash of color while we're deciding what perennials we want to put. So what we have here in the front is the sedum lemon coral, and then behind it is the Vista snowdrift petunias, and behind those are the Vista bubblegum. As we move along, you'll see there's some sweet potato vine that's starting to kind of trail over, and that is Sweet Caroline lime, I believe. And in the back there, you'll notice there's some coleus that is looking really pretty. That is dipped in wine. And then between that coleus is some of the Vista Paradise petunia. So you can see it's kind of a planting of pinks, whites, and greens with just a splash of that burgundy from the coleus. And when you're going down this road, this is a 55-mile-an-hour road, this definitely is an eye-catching display. So we're anticipating that these Vista petunias are going to get bigger. They're going to fill out and cover the space even more. But I think if I could hold time right now, I think this looks perfect. Like, I love the mounding of each of these plants. They're still looking individual, like you can see each plant is its own plant. As this continues to grow and fill out, you're not going to see the separation from one plant to another. It's just going to all fill in and just be a mass of blooms, which I think that will look nice too. But I do like to see how there is the separation right now with these little mounds of color. We'll take a walk around, and I'm going to show you from the top side. I'm going to go up the path, and then this way you can see just a little bit better some of these plants and how big they are. You'll notice those little ones tucked in there. That is Supertunia Vista Silverberry, and for whatever reason they're not quite as big as the others. They should all be very consistent, but I think those we had chopped them back pretty hard, so they're just starting to kind of reflush out. But yeah, you're seeing a pretty good idea of all the different vistas in here. Vista Snowdrift, Vista Bubblegum, and Vista Fuchsia. The only one that's missing is, actually I said Vista Fuchsia, but it's Vista Paradise. The only one that's missing is the Vista Fuchsia. So what is your favorite? I'm going to go in and show you closer. Vista Silverberry, Vista Paradise, Vista Snowdrift, and the pink Vista Bubblegum. Which is your favorite color? And do you love how that lemon coral just really pops and complements all these pinks? I think that was a pretty fun addition to add into the space, just to give it a little break from the pinks and the whites. And I definitely think that that is almost like a fluorescent splash of color here in the garden. So hopefully you enjoyed this little tour of all the vistas, and yeah, we're excited to watch this little planting transform into what it's going to be. Actually, what it's going to be is, like I said, we're going to add perennials into this area, but we're going to make it more of like a native type garden, or a garden where butterflies can come. So it's going to be a butterfly way station, and we're going to get some Asclepias in here because that's like what the monarchs love. And then next year we'll also add some dill. Black swallowtails like dill. So we're going to really load this up with perennials that the butterflies use as host plants. And I think that will be kind of fun too, just to see all the different butterflies that we can bring into this area. Now, I'm sure even though we're going to have it loaded up with perennials, we're going to have it equally colorful with annuals, because annuals give you that constant splash of color, where perennials go through different stages depending on where you're at in the season. So we're excited to watch this space transform, and I'll be sure to show you as we're making the changes, just so you can know what we're up to. This is Heidi from Garden Crossings.